Hello. So I think I'm live. I'm pretty sure I'm live. Let me just check on my phone. Make sure we're all good to go. There we go. Yes, we're absolutely good to go. So if you're new to the group, so we've had a few people join. There we go. So if you're new to the group, so there's a few people that have joined over the last couple of days. My name's Adam. I'm the owner and founder of The Arc. I'm the owner of this group, and tonight you are in for a treat. So if you are on live, say hello in the comments. If you're a newbie, throw me a hashtag newbie in the comments. If this is your first live, you are in for a massive treat. And if you're watching on replay, throw me a hashtag replay. Now, those that are watching on replay, I want you to engage. So even if you're watching this Tuesday, Wednesday, later in the week, whenever you're watching this, okay, I want you to engage, because if you engage, if you answer the questions, if you start commenting, you are going to be in this more, okay? You're going to probably soak up more of the information, and it's going to help you in the long run. Now, I'm not going to talk too much. I want to get straight into this. So let me just share my screen with you. Now, tonight, I'm not going to have my face on the screen. You don't need to see my face. All the information is going to be in the presentation. And I have got loads to give you tonight. You've got an absolute ton of value. And today we're going to cover pillar number 1, which is food freedom. Now, we've got 3 main pillars. We've got food freedom, pillar number 2, which is sustainable steps, and pillar number 3, which is rediscover and rewire. Now, all 3 pillars are really, really important. But tonight, this one is massive. This is absolutely huge. So you're going to want to stick around to the end, because I'm going to be giving a ton of value, some tips. I'm going to be explaining how our private clients are seeing incredible results while they eat chocolate, eat pizza, drink wine. But let's get into it as quickly as possible. Okay, so as I said, this presentation is going to be why you must. Now, it doesn't have to be pizza. It doesn't have to be chocolate. It doesn't have to be wine. I'm just highlighting that you need to and want to include your favorite foods if you're going to see sustainable results. Now, most of you probably watching this have lost weight, lost a certain amount. Maybe you've lost a couple of pounds before. Maybe you've lost a stone. Maybe you've lost a lot of weight. But if you're in this group and if you're watching this live, the likelihood is that you've never kept the weight off. All right. And tonight I'm going to highlight to you why that is, why you're not the failure, but why those approaches that you followed have failed you. So tonight, I'm going to break down how you can say yes to drinks with the girls and meals out with loved ones without feeling like your social life is ruled by the weighing scales. I'm going to show you how you can eat and drink your favorite foods. Now, it doesn't have to be chocolate and pizza. It could be whatever you love whilst you drop pounds, tone, and see amazing fat loss results. I'm going to show you how it's possible to lose 20, 30, 40 or more pounds. In fact, we've helped women lose 70 pounds or more in less than 9 months, without having to go low carb, without having to live off disgusting meal replacement shakes, without having to go low calorie and starve themselves thin. Now, if you're excited for this evening, all right, if you're here because you want to know this stuff, I want to see a hashtag excited. I can see there's quite a few people live already. I want to see some comments. I want to see some engagement. So if you're excited, throw me a hashtag excited. Start pumping that like button. Start pumping that love heart button. Show people that we've gone live and we're kicking off. So start pressing the like button. Start pressing the love button. And throw me a hashtag excited if you're ready for this evening. If this is what you're here for and this is what you really want to know, then do those things right now. So does this sound familiar? So if any of this is familiar to you, it doesn't have to be all 3 of these things. It doesn't have to be everything on this page. If any of this sounds familiar to you, then I want you to throw a hell yes in the comments below. So are you frustrated, disheartened, sick and tired of starting again on Monday? Now, starting again Monday is obviously not literal. It can be starting again next month, starting again in the new year, starting again after Easter. Are you sick and tired of just starting over and over and over, jumping from one diet to the next, and never having something that truly fits you in your lifestyle? If you are in the right place. So throw me a hell yes in the comments if any of these apply to you. If you're confused, if you're not sure, like what, so if you've tried everything and you're still not sure where to start, why you're not getting results, and actually over the last few years and over the last 5, 10 years, the weight has slowly crept on, or it's just not moving, and especially around your belly area, then you are in the right place this evening. Okay. If you're deeply unhappy with the way you look and feel naked, and you're sick of feeling sluggish and hiding underneath baggy clothing, but maybe you're struggling with your time, your motivation, willpower, you need a way to achieve the body you desire without it taking over your busy schedule. And at the moment, I know a lot of people are struggling with time and struggling with motivation because of just everything that's going on. So if any of these apply to you, throw me a hell yes in the comments. I want to see who this is actually, like, if this is right for you, if tonight is going to really, really help you, because this is kind of stuff that we're going to cover. Now, for those that are new to the group or who have never sat on one of these masterclasses, my name's Adam. I'm going to host a masterclass every single Monday at 8 p.m. All you need to do to watch these masterclasses is jump into the group, the free group, Revive. You need to go into the group at 8 p.m. every single Monday evening and refresh the page. Once you've refreshed the page, scroll down a little bit and you'll see me live. Okay, I'm going to be going live every single Monday. Next week, we have got an awesome client success story. So it's a woman that I haven't even spoke to for a couple of months now. She stopped working with us before Christmas. I don't know how she's getting on. So it'd be interesting to find out how she's done and whether she's been able to keep the weight off, and how maybe you're going to be able to do the exact same as well. Now, in this group, I'm going to be providing a ton of value. So we have masterclasses every Monday night, and then throughout the week, we've got loads of valuable content. Now, me and my team are achieving life-changing results. Okay, we're helping women lose 20, 30, 40 pounds, but it's not the weight loss necessarily that's most important. It's the impact it's having on their lives. It's reducing health risks. We've helped women that were pre-diabetic. We've helped women that were just about to have gastric bands from avoiding those situations. We've helped women gain the confidence to present in front of their managers, CEOs, and apply for promotions and get those and earn thousands of pounds more money every year. We've helped women start to prioritize themselves, start to value themselves more, so that they then start to look after themselves better. They feel happier, confident. It's reinvigorated their sex lives. It's reinvigorated their relationships. They've had more energy to play with their kids, their grandchildren. The impact we are having on the women that we work with isn't just weight loss. Now, at the end of this presentation tonight, then I might be offering an opportunity for some of you that might be interested to talk to me, to see whether what we do is a good fit and whether we might be able to help you. And throughout this group, there will be those opportunities. And some of you in this group will work with us. Some of you in this group will be our next client success stories. You will get incredible results. Results like this. Now, I'm going to show you some more of these results this evening, but you've got every single woman in this picture that you can see right now has seen incredible results and managed to maintain those results. I'm not talking about people that have lost the weight and regained it all, jumped from diet to diet. So we've got Ange in the middle. She dropped 2 dress sizes when she was working one-to-one within 12 weeks. She now lost another dress size. She went from a size 16 to a size 10 and has kept the weight off. Natalie dropped 40 pounds in about 6 months and she's kept the weight off. So these are the kind of results we're getting. So if you're looking to lose 20 pounds or more, let me know in the comments, put 20 pounds. Let me know how much weight you're looking to lose, so we can get an idea of who's trying to lose what in this group, and maybe we can see if we can help you too. Now, imagine eating your favorite foods while you're achieving these kinds of results, while you're dropping 2 or 3 dress sizes, while you're losing 20, 30, 40 pounds. You can we've seen lots of our clients lose 20 pounds or more in 90 days. And tonight, I'm going to break down the exact science, backed secrets that our private clients are using to achieve just that. Honestly, I've got so much value for you this evening. If you're excited, if you're ready for this, I'm not seeing a lot of comments. If you're excited and you're ready for this, I want to see #excited in the comments. I want to see the like button pressed. I want to see the love heart button pressed. I'm not going to go any further until people start engaging and are excited about what I'm going to show you to this evening. So I am going to break down so much. I'm going to dispel so many myths. I'm going to show you why everything else has not worked for you up until this point. And you will, by the end of tonight, fully understand how our clients are achieving incredible results, losing 20, 30, 40 pounds. So I want to see a #excited in the comments below. Still waiting for those #excited. I see Jane's looking to lose 15 pounds. That's awesome. By the way, Michelle, loving that you're pumping that like and that love heart button. Love it, Anita. Hashtag excited. Do it, do it. Love it, Anna. Michelle's looking to lose 18 pounds. That's awesome. Okay, so just Anita's a hashtag excited. Where's those hashtag excited? Michelle's pumping the like button, the love heart button. Remember, I want you to be engaged in tonight. I really want you to get into this because you're going to get more out of it. As I said, when you entered the group, the more you put into this group, the more you're going to get out, the more you're going to see from this. Okay, so here's the good news. It's not your fault. Okay, if you've lost weight and regained it over and over and over, it is not your fault. Okay, and just because everything you've tried up till now has failed you, it doesn't mean you can't see results. Pretty much all of the testimonials that I show you, pretty much all the women that we've worked with are in that situation. They have jumped from diet to diet. They have literally tried everything and they don't know what else to do. They work with us and we turn that all around for them. So just rest assured that you are not a lost cause and you can get those kind of results. Here's the problem. The problem is that you're stuck in the traditional dieting model. And I'm going to explain what that is. I'm going to break that down for you. I'm going to break it down why that has failed you, not why you're the failure, why that has failed you. So first of all, let's go into the traditional dieting model cycle. Okay, so we'll start on the right-hand side, dieting. So restrict amount or types of foods. I'll never have XYZ food again. So it might be keto, no carbs. It might be no sugar or low sugar diet. It might be that you go and join a diet club. And whilst they don't necessarily always say you can't have certain foods, you've got sins and points, and you're basically told that certain foods are good and certain foods are bad. And here's the list of foods you can eat, and here's the list of foods you shouldn't and you can't eat. Every single diet, even calorie counting to a certain extent, you've been told you have this set amount of calories you have to stick to. Now, none of that is true. And actually, that is a form of restriction. All of those are forms of restriction. Yes, there has to be a form of restraint for you to get results, but not restriction. And especially when it's imposed on you. Now, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get into the psychology of that. Now, what happens is your cravings, your hunger go through the roof. And I'm going to explain to you why. You can't stop thinking about those foods. And you're going to find out tonight why that happens. And guess what happens? You binge, you overeat. Oh, I've been really good all week. I'm now going to have pizza. I'm going to have all, whatever it is. And then guess what? There's guilt and the shame because you've broken the diet. You've broken the rules. You've done what you shouldn't have done. Okay. And then you go back to that feeling, right, I need to get back in control again. I need to cut this out. I need to do dry January, whatever it is. If you've experienced this cycle over and over and over, if this sounds really familiar to you, say, that's me. So in the comments, let me know that's me. I've experienced that so that I know that you're someone that's been through this cycle. Hopefully, what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and break that cycle for you. We're going to try and change that for good. So here's the psychology behind it. If I said to you, don't think about pink elephants, you've got this big, bright pink elephant on the screen, and I'm telling you not to think about it. The likelihood is the first thing that pops into your head, especially when you look at the picture, especially when you hear me say that, is a pink elephant. It's going to be a straight thing in your mind. And it's like if someone shouts at you, don't look at that. Don't look behind you. What are you going to be more inclined to do? Think about it. If someone's telling you you can't eat carbs, you can't eat sugar, you're constantly having to remind yourself, you're constantly having to tell yourself, I can't have that. And every time you see it, I can't have that. So what's going to be in the front of your mind every single day? Those things that you are restricting yourself from. The psychology behind it is super powerful. And some of these foods that you're restricting from your diet have a really massive dopamine response, which is, it's no good saying, oh, I just need willpower and motivation, because actually willpower and motivation are not finite. They're not there every single day. And you can't just willpower your way over your dopamine. You can't just get over it just like that. So it's a lot harder than people think. And it's not necessary. You don't have to cut anything out your diet. No food has to be off limits, and there's certainly no food that's bad. And what I'm telling you is backed by science, and I'll explain. So the reason I've got the bread on the picture is there was a study done fairly recently where there was two groups of people. Both were in a in a study, and they were told that they had to eat X amount because that would mean that they would lose weight. And one group were told that they could eat whatever they liked. There was no rules. They just had to stay within a certain limit, right? The other group were told exactly the same, except they weren't allowed bread. That was the only rule that was applied. And guess what happened to the group that weren't allowed bread? They had less weight loss on average, and they had more people drop out of the study. And it was because of one rule. Now, think about all of the diets and all of the rules that each of these diets have. Research shows over and over and over and over again that flexibility, giving yourself unconditional positive regard to eat whatever food you like, leads to greater success long term. Now, commonly, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into this. People say, I just need a plan. So even a lot of the women that when they first start with us, they'll say, oh, what can I eat? What can't I eat? And they're looking for lists of food because this is the traditional dieting model. Now, let me explain why this isn't going to serve you long term. So first of all, a meal plan. Okay. If I gave you a meal plan, awesome. While you follow that meal plan, you will get results. 100%. And it'd be easy, it'd be quick and easy for me to put together a meal plan for someone. Just eat these foods, eat this, done. But what about in 4 weeks? What about in 3 months? What about in 6 months? If you can stick to it that long, when you get bored of eating the same foods over and over, what will you then revert to? What will you then eat? Or will you just keep getting new meal plans? Are you going to keep getting new meal plans for the rest of your life? And then why do you think it is that you need motivation and willpower on these diets? First of all, motivation and willpower are finite. They don't last forever. I don't know any single person that has it every single day. And when you think about it, most people, it's going to take 3, 6, 9, 12 or longer months to hit their goal weight. So have you ever woke up every single day motivated for 6 months, for 12 months, for 18 months? And then what about when the weight is off? So if you're relying on motivation and willpower, it's not going to be a solid way of doing this. And ask yourself, why is it that you need motivation and willpower? If you are restricting your favorite foods, if you are missing out on social occasions, I can understand it, because I would need motivation and willpower to stick to that, because it's not fun. It's not enjoyable. But what about if the process is enjoyable? What about if you can, and you are shown how to include all this stuff you love? All of a sudden, motivation and willpower is not needed every single day. And then what about recipe books? Are you going to go through a recipe book every single week, every single day? All of these stuff are stuff that you don't need if you want long-lasting, sustainable results. And just to highlight that, diet clubs or diets, traditional diets, don't serve people. Diet clubs have a 16% success rate. So what that means is 4 in every 25 people, 4 in 25. So imagine that room full of 25 people at a diet club. 4 in 25 people are successful long-term. 84%, the vast majority, never hit their goal weight, or if they do, regain all the lost weight and more. Now, this is from a study. This is a fact. This isn't something I've made up. This is taken from a study. And I've just highlighted, I've just explained the reasons. So if this makes sense, if you're watching this and you're thinking, wow, it makes complete sense. Let me know in the comments, say, yeah, it makes sense actually. Just say makes sense. And we're going to obviously go on. So I'm going to start breaking down what actually does work and how you can have that flexibility. So before I drop that, because there is a different way, it doesn't have to be that way. And hopefully now you're starting to understand why all of those other approaches have failed you, not why you're the failure. I want to see some like buttons. I want to see some love heart buttons being smashed. I want to see in the comments, I want to see let's go. Put let's go in the comments, and I will start breaking down how our clients are losing 20, 30, 40 pounds or more whilst they're still having wine and champagne, Prosecco, while they're still eating chocolate and pizza and pasta and bread and potatoes. And I will break it down. I want to see a let's go in the comments. Okay, awesome. Anita's ready. So Anita's dropped the let's go. Okay, so imagine eating your favorite foods whilst dropping 20 pounds or more of stubborn fat. 20 pounds in the next 90 days, completely possible. But more importantly, imagine knowing exactly what to do, being in full control and never having to diet ever again. That is the power of what we do. This isn't Diet Club. This isn't a weight loss program. Okay. We're just focusing on one pillar, which is diet. But if you stick around, you've watched the 3 pillars training, you'll know that we can provide a completely holistic program. We look at your mindset, we look at exercise, we look at your lifestyle. This is a complete health and wellness program, a coaching program. Like Sarah. So the women I'm going to show you, they followed what I'm going to talk about tonight, and they've got incredible results. So we've got Sarah. So she actually messaged me the other day. And if you're there, Sarah, if you're watching, say hello. She sent me a message, said, look at this. So she showed me all the data from like before we worked together. She lost 7 pounds in 2 years. 7 pounds in 2 years. And she came to me not very happy. She said, I'm eating healthily. I don't exercise as much. It must be exercise. And we ended up working together. And I was like, look, I'm going to be honest with you, Sarah. Exercise is pretty insignificant. I'm not going to make you exercise any more than you already are. Just by moving as much as you are right now, we're going to help you see results. And she lost 45 pounds. She did that in less than a year. So she only lost 7 pounds in 2 years before we met. And we helped her lose 45 pounds in less than a year. And she's kept that weight off without any problems at all. She regularly drinks wine. She likes a glass of wine. Like, she's not an alcoholic or anything, but she likes a regular glass of wine, and she enjoys her food. She's a bit of a foodie. She eats great food. By the way, I'm loving the let's go, baby. Love that, Jane. I'm loving the let's go in the comments. And Natalie. So before I worked with Natalie, she was messaging me and she was like rigorously calorie counting. She'd been calorie counting for a while and nothing was moving. Nothing was shifting. We started working together and a few little tweaks. And now she'd end up losing 40 pounds in 6 months. Like, you can visibly see the difference. These pictures are about 6 months apart. There might be less. And she's maintained now for at least 6 months without any coaching, without any real like kind of support. She's part of the group because she loves being part of our group, and she is an awesome member. But she's done this, like, after that initial one-to-one, she's done this without that one-to-one coaching. Like, she's keeping the weight off without a problem. We got Ange, who I've already kind of mentioned. So before we were working together, she was like punish herself with cardio. She was like on her cardio machines most days. And actually, when we started working together, she was in the middle of a PhD. Obviously, it's the middle of a pandemic. There was so much going on, like so many stressful things. And obviously, when lockdown happened, she lost her work. She's an archaeologist. But despite all of that, we got her to do less cardio, less exercise. And we just looked mainly at her nutrition and like her stress management and her sleep. She dropped 2 dress sizes in 12 weeks. And she went from a size 16 to now a size 10. And without the one-to-one coaching, so after that period of one-to-one coaching, she kept it all off. She's still a size 10. So these are just a small selection of the women that we'll work with, the kind of results that you can get. So as I'm going to show you, there is a different way. And I'm going to introduce you to pillar 1. Remember, there are 3 pillars, and without all 3 pillars working for you, it's going to be hard to get those long-lasting, sustainable results. But here's the first pillar tonight. So pillar number 1. And before I go into this, while I'm explaining it, throw me a pillar 1 in the comments, so I know that you're ready for this. Like, you're excited. I can see that there's lots of people commenting now, getting excited. Throw me a pillar 1 in the comments below if you're ready for me to drop how our clients are seeing these incredible results whilst they still have flexibility with their diet. Okay, so our Revive method, okay, it's got 3 pillars to it. We're going to just look at the main pillar 1 tonight. Okay, so a unique method that's helping professional women that are approaching, experiencing menopause, help lose 20 pounds or more for good. Okay, so here's what we typically see. So when women first come to us, or before they come to us, in fact, let me know That's me. So in the comments, if any of these sound like you right now or you in the past, put that's me in the comments. So what we typically see is that the women that work with us, before they start working with us, they're impatient and they're inconsistent in their actions. They hop from one diet to the next. They're looking for a quick fix, looking for quick results. Typically, they leave things until the very last minute. So they wait until they're in their most painful place, where they're the heaviest they've ever been, before they actually make a change. They go, oh, it's okay, I'm okay. And they'll wait and they'll wait and wait until they're really unhappy. And then they're like, right, I need to do something about it now. And then when they do something about it, they cut out food groups, they avoid social occasions, they hop on the next quick fix. There's something that their friends do, and their friend who doesn't know anything about nutrition or like food science, because their friend in the office has got some results, they'll jump on that. Generally follow a cookie cutter plan, the same approach as someone else. Like I've seen personal trainers give out meal plans. It's the same meal plan for everyone. It's the same approach for everyone. And it doesn't necessarily fit into their lifestyle. And they wonder why it's sustainable. Then what changes as we work together by the end of the program, when they work with us, is we show them how to build everything around their lifestyle. So how you can build it around your lifestyle, so that it fits in with you and your life instead of the other way around. They have unwavering confidence and actually enjoy the process. They know how to balance everything, their exercise, their diet, so that nothing is off limits, and they're not punishing themselves with exercise. If doing any at all, we have many clients that can't fit it in because of their demands of their life right now. So they can eat, drink, train how they want 24/7, 365. Now, there's a process to this, and it takes a bit of time. There's steps to this, but I'm going to try and break down as much of this as possible. But what I want you to know is the best approach is the one you can stick to. If you start a diet, if you're doing keto and you think this is going to get me to my goal weight, and then that's it. If you're looking at doing something and you're thinking, I can't do this in 6 months, I can't do this in 12 months, I can't do this in 2 years, what are you going to do after you finish? After you finish that diet, after you finish with that approach, what are you going to do? Typically, you'll revert back to what you did before, and therefore your weight will go back on. And this is why, again, those traditional models don't work. So let's be honest, you're never going to eat clean foods. So, whole foods, healthy foods all the time in perfect hand size measurements. You're never going to calorie count for the rest of your life. You're never going to have meal replacement shakes for the rest of your life. You're not going to follow any of those crazy diets. So if you're not, then what's going to happen when you stop following those? You've got to create flexibility. You've got to build your favorite foods into your day. And honestly, our clients still eat, have takeaways. They still go out for dinner. They drink wine. They genuinely have all of the stuff that they love. Now, another argument I'll have is people saying, but I eat healthily. Eating healthily does not matter for weight loss. I'm going to show you tonight what does matter. But if you're someone that's gone, it can't be my diet, I eat healthily. Ultimately, if you're not losing weight, it is your diet that has to change. So as I can highlight here, Special K, granola, like all of these kinds of like healthy, popular breakfasts are considered healthy when actually, in terms of their calorie content, there's no real difference between them and Cocoa Pops. Okay, there's maybe some slight differences in nutritional values, but actually, what I'm going to explain in a minute, you're going to see that actually that doesn't make any difference for weight loss. Because this is how weight loss actually works. It's being in a calorie deficit. So if a diet has helped you lose weight, it's because it's helped you create a calorie deficit. It's helped you consume less calories than you need. If it hasn't worked, or you're not losing weight, you're consuming too many calories. If I want to be really, really simple about it, like that's the real simple way of it. Now, some of you are going to go, oh, that's it. I just need to count calories. Well, there's a little bit more to it than that. And I'm going to really dive into this because, as I've already highlighted, Natalie, before she worked with us, was counting calories, but she was stuck. There are many women in this group that are not members, that are not our private clients, that I know count calories, but are stuck. And if you go and join a calorie counting group, there's thousands of people in them. the vast majority are still not seeing the results they want, because there's a little bit more to it. And what I want you to think about, as I've already alluded to, is, are you going to calorie count forever? Because if you're not, and you're dependent on it as a solution, then what's going to happen when you stop doing it? Do you have the tools, the understanding, the knowledge to be able to keep losing weight or maintain your weight without calorie counting? And if you are calorie counting and you think, yeah, I could do this forever, awesome. But which calorie counter are you going to use? How many calories do you need? Did you know that packaging can be about 20% inaccurate? So that, you might have something that's 500 calories when actually it's between 400 and 600. It's impossible to know exactly. And then what about, are you going to count calories when you go out for dinner? How are you going to count calories when you go to your friend's house for dinner? And what about as you lose weight? Because every kilo that you lose, research shows the appetite increases by 100 calories. And you're not a robot. And I say this quite a lot, because one of the biggest things to be aware of is the psychology. As I've already highlighted, your psychology will have a massive impact on how much you eat, what you eat. Are you going to stick to your calories if you've had a crap night's sleep and you're tired and you're hungry the next day? Are you going to stick to your calories when you're stressed and you're up to your ears with deadlines? Are you going to stick to your calories when you've got a whole host of other things to deal with? There is a lot more to it than just moving more, eating less. Ultimately, yes, if we want to be as simple as possible, okay, the way to lose weight is to create a calorie deficit. But eat less, move more, or calorie deficit, because I see personal trainers just shout this all the time: calorie deficit, calorie deficit, calorie deficit. It's a bit like saying, so apologies for using the football analogy. I'm a massive football fan. But it's a bit like saying, I can see, by the way, that Anna's watching. She's a big Aston Villa fan. It's a bit like saying, for your team to win a football match, you've got to score more goals than the opposition. It's a bit oversimplistic. Of course they do. But how? And with every opposition, the tactics, the strategy changes. A bit similar to weight loss. As you lose weight, at different times of the year, different things happen. Your tactic, your strategies might slightly differ. Yes, you've got to create a calorie deficit, but just saying that doesn't tell you how. It's not really actually giving you everything you need. It's not actually really very helpful, to be honest. So as I said, but how? So the way that we like to help our clients, and the way that our clients do it, is, yes, some do calorie count, but we show them how to wean them off calorie counting. In fact, before they finish with us, our goal is to make sure that they're not calorie counting and they know how to come away from it. Because as I said, you're typically not going to do that for the rest of your life. So what we like to do is we like to show them how they can build their favorite foods into the equation and manage it over the course of a week. Because as long as you end the week in a negative energy balance, you're going to see results. Think of it as the opposite to a bank balance. Okay. If you spend all your money at the start of the week and you've got none left at the end of the week, as long as you don't overspend, you'll be fine. If you spend too much money, then you're going to go into your overdraft. It's going to cost you. Similarly with your diet, you want to manage it over the course of the week. It doesn't matter to a certain extent. Obviously, there's so much context, there's so much detail I could go into. Obviously, that's what we explain to our clients. We go into that kind of detail with our clients. We show them exactly how. But essentially, it doesn't really matter what food you eat and how you get there. So what do we do? Now, most traditional diets, it's a bit like doing it with the stabilizers on. So you're on your bike, you've got the stabilizers on and everything's great. As soon as you finish the diet, as soon as you hit your goal, or as soon as you swap to the next one, or you try to go it alone, those stabilizers come off, and guess what happens? You fall off the bike. And no one's ever given you the skills or the tools to be able to ride that bike on your own. So what we try to do is we try to give all of the tools to our clients, all of the knowledge, the understanding, everything they need, so that off they go. When they finish, that's it. They can ride the bike without the stabilizers. It's a bit like, I used to be a teacher. So the easiest and best terminology that I like to use is, it's a bit like being given the answer sheet for an exam paper when you're at school as a student. Awesome. You're going to ace that test. But what about the next test? What about when you leave school? Okay. And a lot of diets, they'll give you the meal plan, and they'll give you like, oh, you've got to eat this and you can't eat that. And that's awesome. You follow it, you're going to get results. But what happens when you stop following it? What happens afterwards? And that's where we differ massively when it comes to the nutrition and the diet side of things. And we've just developed a template. Now, I can't show you it because it's just for our private clients. But I'm super excited. Some of our clients have already tested this. All of our new clients are getting this. All of our current clients are going to get this. We've just developed a template, which isn't a meal plan. So it's not you eat this, you eat that. It's a template to help you build meals that you like, or days of food, more like, not meals, days of food that include wine, that include chocolate. It shows you, and we walk you through how to use it. So you don't have to calorie count. So that you can get amazing results and still have everything that you love. Sounds pretty cool, right? In fact, if you think that sounds amazing, in the comments, let me know, say sounds amazing, because genuinely, like, so I had one of my clients test this me for the last few weeks, and they're like, this is unbelievable. It makes life so easy because I don't have to think. I understand how it works. And I literally go, I pick something from that column, I pick something from that column, and I pick something from that column. I'm not being told what to eat. There's nothing off limits. And I fully understand how it works. And she's absolutely loving it. And it's something that we're going to be incorporating with all of our new clients going forwards, and all of our current clients are going to get this as well. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're wondering how, okay, so if at the end of tonight you're thinking, but how? Like, I still don't know how. Like, if you want to know how many calories you need, if you want to know how do you balance it over the week, like, how can I make it fit my lifestyle? I like going out at the weekends. I like having a drink at the weekends. I like having a takeaway at the weekends. I still don't know how much I can eat. Should I eat? Like, what foods I should prioritize? Or how can I do it without calorie counting? If you want us to take you by the hand and show you step by step how to do all of this, how to get those incredible results, then I want you to comment, I'm next, in the comments below. Now, remember what I want you to be really, really clear on. And if you're a client of ours, so if you're watching this and you're already a client, you might give really good insight into this. Your diet, the nutrition, this one pillar is just one pillar. Okay. I've already explained this before, but without all three pillars, the house falls down. It's all well and good having the diet thing, but actually, if you don't establish the right habits, and if you don't build those habits sequentially and go for the ones that are going to have the biggest impact and build one at a time, and if you don't start to change your mindset and your self-belief system about how you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, how you talk to yourself, your mindset around food, then it all falls down. So tonight is awesome. Like, we've hopefully really break down to you like what we do with our clients and how they're getting incredible results and how they have flexibility with their diet, and why actually it's important. Because if you don't have that flexibility, you're probably setting yourself up for failure. So if you want us to take you by the hand and show you how to do this step by step, I want you to comment, I'm next, okay, in the comments below. And what I'll do is I'll send you a private message and we'll have a chat. No pressure at all, just a chat, so that I can find out a little bit more information about you, your goals, and see if we can potentially help you. If I feel that we might be able to help you, then the next step is we'll book you in for a call to find out even more, to dig a little bit deeper, to help you get real clarity. And on that call, we might discuss working together. But if you want to get that ball rolling, okay, for us to start that conversation, if you want us to potentially work with you and show you how to get these incredible results and implement all of this, then comment, I'm next. Now, that's everything that I've got for you tonight. So what I would love is if you've got any questions, whether it's about working with us, whether it's about anything I've discussed tonight, if you've got any questions at all, drop them in the comments below, and we'll finish off with a bit of Q&A. By the way, if you've loved this evening, if you think it's been awesome, throw me a hashtag awesome in the comments and start pressing that like and that love heart button again. Just so I can see if this has been helpful, if you've enjoyed it, if you've got a lot out of it. I'd love to see that I'm actually giving some value and, you know, something beneficial to you all in the group. And if you've got questions, fire away. Like, I'm here to help. So I'll just stick around for a minute or two. If I don't get any questions, that'll be it for this evening. But hopefully there'll be some questions. Oh, I love it, Anita. I'm glad that you've got a ton of value out of this. I'm glad Anita has told me that it was awesome. I saw that, I think it was Bridget that was pumping the like and the love heart button. She's one of our latest members. She's found it awesome too. Okay, I guess there's no questions. So thank you ever so much for, if you attended live this evening. If you've watched on replay, I hope you've engaged with this. I hope you've got a lot out of it. Again, let me know in the comments. And again, if you want to be our next client success story, if you want us to walk you through not just the nutrition part, but the mindset part, the habit part, the exercise part, if you want us to kind of take you through that journey so that you can be like one of our clients and get those incredible results, then I'm next and we can start the conversation and see whether we're a good fit. Other than that, have a great evening. Thanks again. And I'll see you all soon.